Lands poisoned with madness, evil seeping from every direction. Hopelessness is second nature. Welcome to the darkest dungeon. Developed and published by Red Hook Studio, Darkest Dungeon is a roguelike dungeon crawler that will push you down and beat you at every opportunity it gets. You ever play a team-based game against a hacker who is spawn camping your entire team, but won't get kicked because his team simply writes it off as, "He's just better than you, stop complaining"? Well, amplify that by 10, and you'll get an idea for how this game's gonna treat you. However, for every bit as hard, it is equally as fun and unique. Red Hook Studio created a game I have yet to see anything similar to. With tons of interesting mechanics and features, it easily sets itself apart from being just another turn-based fighter. Speaking of turn-based fighting, this game has a more original spin than your typical setup, where your party would beat down everything for so much as blinking in your general direction. Players will be put into a line, with certain skills only being usable from those specific positions. This line also affects who you can target, as someone who melees with a sword might have more trouble reaching someone in the back, as opposed to the highwayman using his gun. And if that was not enough, players will also need to pick their targets with caution, as killing an enemy can result in them leaving their body behind as an obstacle that would need to be destroyed and dismembered before being able to target anything behind it. Even if you come up with the perfect lineup and positioning, it could mean nothing, as your enemies have a chance to surprise you and shake up your formation if they catch you off guard. As well as certain ones having abilities to move your party around as they please, you will need to prepare and have 30 backup plans ready for when all hell inevitably breaks loose. Next is the game's use of the stress mechanic. Like any group of people, fighting horrific beasts in a dark, disease-ridden environment will pay more than just a physical toll on you. Each hero has a stress meter that acts like a second health bar for you to manage. Enemies and environments may target your sanity and drive you to all sorts of problems as a result. Once a player's stress reaches 100, they are given a resolve, which most of the time will result in something negative happening to them, either impacting their stats or how they'll treat their fellow party members. Furthermore, players will have to be extra careful, as the bar can continue to rise, and if it gets too high, they risk suffering a heart attack and dying instantly because of it. Now, you may think this sounds like a lot to deal with, and you'd be absolutely right. The odds are never in your favor with this game, and it will push you down and beat you with no mercy every opportunity it gets. Now, you do have some control over the situations that unfold. However, RNG plays a huge part of this game, and RNGesus will be ready to smite you down in a heartbeat, so you best prepare for the worst. This is not a game you can run into expecting to do well. You will experience defeat, and sometimes you will find retreating the best option. If you let your pride get the best of you, you'll quickly discover that no hero lives forever. One other notable thing in this game is its lighting mechanic. Now, yes, torches have been a staple of dungeon crawlers since the beginning of time, but they serve an extra purpose in this game. Keeping the light meter at its highest point will decrease the amount of stress your players take, as well as give you other various benefits, such as a higher chance to surprise your enemies, and a chance to scout ahead, see what lies in the room ahead of you so you don't have to find out the hard way. But if you're brave enough to venture forward without your nightlight, you will find that you are given more loot and have a higher chance to deal critical hits to your enemies, leaving you to decide, is it better to play safe, or do you prefer a more risk-reward method? Darkest Dungeon is a game that wears hopelessness like a heavy coat during the winter. It will wrestle with you and bring you down time and time again. That being said, for a game that is so punishing and cruel, it tastes all that much sweeter when you're able to conquer whatever it is placed before you. Even if you do leave with some injuries, your scars will act as trophies, showing what you were able to accomplish. But this is basically the basics. Can we survive this grim world where everything is out to kill us? Or will we be another victim of this land consumed by madness? Only time will tell. I sure hope you guys are hungry, because today's special is Darkest Dungeon with a side of bacon.